What's up? This is your boy KC. It's that time of the week again. Time for another top 10. And since all my top 10s had to do with my least favorite this, least favorite that, I think it's time we finally get to some of the favorites. So here we go. This is my top 10 list of my favorite Dragon Ball characters. Number 10, we have the beautiful and devastating C-18 or Lazuli. Out of all of Dr. Gero's creations and enhancements, she seems to be the only one with any kind of personality whatsoever. And I enjoy all the scenes that she's in. She's extremely entertaining to watch. And it was funny watching her make a little bitch out of Vegeta once she broke his arm and showed him that he was indeed not indestructible. Because at that point Vegeta was an asshole after he became a Super Saiyan, and it was nice to see him get taken down a peg or two. I've always liked her design, I've always liked her moves, and I like the fact that her character changed over the series and she became a good girl. So C-18 is number 10. Number 9, we have Frieza, the first true villain in the series, the Galactic Overlord, the guy who has destroyed many races and conquered planets. He was the first guy to come along that actually made Goku look inferior. Even though he fought against Vegeta on Earth, Goku did stand a chance with the Kaioken technique. With Frieza, the Kaioken technique didn't work at all. And it was nice to see someone come along that actually gave Son Goku a challenge and pushed him to the brink of his limit. Not to mention, Frieza is one of the most confusing villains I've ever seen. This guy is a genocidal maniac with a polite personality. And that's what makes his character unique. And he also has that concept about him, don't judge things because of their size. They're talking about Frieza there, so Frieza's number 9. Number 8, we have Vegeta, the Prince of the Saiyans and one true badass. It was cool to see him become a one-man wrecking crew and destroy all of Frieza's henchmen. Zarbon, Dodoria, Kui, Birder, Jace, Goldo, and Recoome. Not to mention a lot of other guys that have crossed this guy's path. Now the reason why Vegeta is number 8 is because there are moments throughout this series where I actually couldn't stand the guy. Because of his pride, he'll put the human race and the universe in danger just for a good fight. And he often underestimates his opponents. Examples, letting Zarbon transform, he kicked Vegeta's ass the first time. Letting Cell absorb C-18 to become perfect, he got his ass kicked once again. Letting his mind be controlled by Babidi and Majin Buu was unleashed upon the world. But Vegeta is on the good list because his character did evolve and he did come around, and he had the best character development throughout this series, ultimately becoming a good guy, a good dad, and a good friend to Son Goku. So Vegeta's number 8. Number 7, we have Bardock, the father of Kakaroto. We definitely know where Son Goku gets his badass traits from. And even though Bardock's story is told in 2 different ways, the Bardock Special and Toriyama's Dragon Ball Minus manga, I choose to like the Bardock Special the best because there was nothing cooler than seeing him go into space and single-handedly murk every guy in Frieza's army just to get to him. And even though the entire planet Vegeta and all the Saiyans were destroyed by Frieza, it was cool to see how Goku's father actually was. And he left his mark on the Dragon Ball world and became one of the most popular characters ever created. So Bardock is number 7. Number 6, we have Future Trunks. This guy comes out of nowhere and single-handedly makes dog food out of Frieza, his father, and the henchmen that he brings to Earth. Not to mention he introduced the art of time travel and 4 timelines that him and Cell helped create. This is a character with the single most interesting background story of any other character in Dragon Ball Z, and because he's the true hero of the main timeline, he makes this list. Number 5, we have Future Gohan, the alternate timeline counterpart of the Gohan that we have now. This is what Gohan would have been like if he continued to train and fight. In Trunks' timeline, he took on the mantle of being the hero and the savior of the world, and he put his life on the line to try to destroy the cyborgs. And he earned everybody's respect from being a real true badass, and that's why he makes this list. Number 4, we have Tien, the only human besides Bulma who actually remains helpful. This guy has a lot of unique techniques, and he's always there when his friends need him, stepping in to try to stop Semi-Perfect Cell from absorbing C-18. He also tried to fight Majin Buu even though he had no chance. This guy has the heart of a lion, and he's awesome. Number 3, we have Son Goku, the savior of the universe. This guy was able to achieve all the Super Saiyan forms and then some, and he never ceases to amaze me with the level of power that he's able to achieve. Also, he carries a theme with him that everybody can relate to. Ever since day one, Goku has always been impressive, ready to meet the next challenge, ready to conquer his obstacle no matter how big the obstacle is. And everybody can relate to that because we've all been knocked down in life and we've all had to get up and keep going, and we get stronger, just like Goku. Not to mention he likes to eat a lot, and I could definitely relate to that, and that's why he's number 3. Number 2, we have the legendary Super Saiyan himself, Broly. This guy made his debut in movie 8 and was able to put the fear of Kami in Vegeta's heart. This guy single-handedly kicked the shit out of 4 Super Saiyans and a Super Namek all by himself. This guy kicks ass. If they kept him around and he was able to achieve all the other Super Saiyan forms, this guy would be a force to be reckoned with. It's a crime what they did to this character in movie 10 and 11. Number 1, we have Piccolo, the closest thing we had to a brother in the anime world in the late 80s, early 90s. The thing that I love about Piccolo the most, besides his signature attacks, being special beam cannon like Grenade Hell Zone Grenade, and being able to stretch his arms out and grab his opponents like Stretch Armstrong, is that Piccolo is the most cerebral character in Dragon Ball Z. He's the smartest. He also has the no-nonsense attitude. He doesn't play with his opponents the way that Vegeta, Son Goku, and even Gohan once he became a Super Saiyan 2 when he fought against Perfect Cell. Piccolo always goes in, he gets the job done, and he goes on about his business. And if you manage to get the one-up on Piccolo, you can bet your ass that he's gonna get his payback. And that's it for my top 10 list. If you like what you heard, you can check out my other content on my channel, KC The Most, where I have more top 10s, a weekly podcast, and topic videos talking about the things in the world that piss me off. I'm also on Facebook by the same name, KC The Most. I have a Twitter handle at MostKC. I'm also on SoundCloud and Tumblr, KC The Most. I'm everywhere. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll check you out later. Peace.